Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Lutfiana Alfia. I want to tell you about the uterus, and the function of the uterus. Check it out. The uterus is a secondary sex organ. Secondary sex organs are components of the reproductive tract that mature during puberty under the influence of sex hormones produced from primary sex organs, the ovaries in females and the testes in males. They are responsible for the maintenance and transportation of gametes. Uterus, an inverted pear-shaped muscular organ of the female reproductive system. It functions to nourish and house a fertilized egg until the fetus or offspring is ready to be delivered. Located between the bladder and the rectum. This is the anatomy of the uterus. Yes, you can see it. Okay, I want to tell you about anatomical structure of the uterus. The uterus is a thick-walled muscular organ capable of expansion to accommodate a growing fetus. It is connected distally to vagina. This is and laterally to the uterine tubes. The uterus has three parts. Number one, fundus. This is a fundus, like a fundus of the uterus. Fundus, top of the uterus above the entry point of the uterine tubes. Yes, uterine tubes like this. This is fundus, connectly of the uterine tubes. Okay, and then body, usual site for implantation of the blastocyst. This is in endometrium. And number three, cervix, lower part of the uterus linking it with the vagina. This part is structurally and functionally different to the rest of the uterus. Okay, this is a fundus. The fundus of the uterus is the top portion, opposite from the cervix. Fundal height, measured from the top of the pubic bone, is routinely measured in pregnancy to determine growth rates. The uterine wall consists of endometrium, myometrium, and perimetrium. Okay, this is the body. The function is place for the fetus to grow and develop. When fertilization has occurred between sperm and ovum, and the fertilized ovum will certainly need a place for the fetus to grow and develop. This is the most important function of the uterus. The fetus will grow and develop in woman if the uterus support and growth and development of the fetus. This is isthmus. On the surface of the uterus, about midway between the apex and base, is a slight constriction known as the isthmus, and corresponding to this in the interior is a narrowing of the uterine cavity, the internal orifice of the uterus. The portion above the isthmus is termed the body. Okay, this is cervix. The cervix is the lower portion of the uterus, an organ of the female reproductive tract. It connects to the vagina with the main body of the uterus, acting as a gateway between them. Functions. The cervix performs two main functions. Number one, it facilitates the passage of sperm into the uterine cavity. This is achieved via dilation of the external and internal os. Number two, maintains sterility of the upper female reproductive tract. The cervix and all structures superior to it are sterile. This ultimately protects the uterine cavity and the upper genital tract by preventing bacterial invasion. This environment is maintained by the frequent shedding of the endometrium. thick cervical mucus, and a narrow external os. Another functions of the uterus.
Hello, my name is Karin Damayanti. I want to tell you about testes. What are the testes? The testes are two oval-shaped organs in the male reproductive system. They are contained in a sac of skin called the scrotum. The scrotum hangs outside the body in the front of the pelvic region near the upper teeth. Function of testes. The main function of the testes are producing and storing sperm. They are also crucial for creating testosterone and other male hormones called androgens. The testes layers of tissue. The first, tunica vasculosa. The tunica vasculosa is the thin layer of the first blood vessels. Next, tunica albuginea. The tunica albuginea is a thick protective layer made of dense fibers which further protect the testes. And the last, tunica vaginalis. The outermost layers of tissue are called the tunica vaginalis. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Ma'rifatul Hasanah. I will explain about the reproductive organs, the penis. Take a good look. Organs of reproduction, penis. The language of the penis stems from the phallus, having the sense of the thigh. The penis is the outer organ of the reproductive apparatus because the penis is on the outside. It can be seen with the eyes without the aid of any instrument. The reproductive part of the penis has a large amount of erectile tissue. Tissue is composed of three tissues, each of which contains a large and a rare amount of blood vessels. Next, inside the penis is some other part. Number 1, corpuscle cavernosa. That is, it is a collective network of dorsa-erectile networks of two that has a range of flexion with the type of tissue that can arguably the same. Number 2, corpus spongiosum. These networks are their smaller fertile tissue in compared other networks. The networks layer surrounding urethra and also they serve to protect the urethra as on the compendium of this comprises the urethra. Number 3, gland penis. Gland of the penis is the part of the penis that is located on the tip of the penis. In the penis, it has an abundance of blood. The penis being an organ that has an ample blood supply in the spinal cord, parasitic as well as sympathetic, nerve pudor as well as other sensory extremities. Penis function. Number 1, as a means to the waterway, the penis is conducted just like a people. It was used to remove the feces inside. Number 2, I can be used for coitus. Thank you.
My name is Mafisa. I will tell you about organ of reproduction, especially ovaries. The ovary or ovaries is a female reproductive organ which consists of two parts of location on the right and left side of the uterus. And then the shape of the uteri, this is oval. And then the uteri have 4 cm of long and then 3 cm of width and 2 cm of diameter. And the ovary an uneven surface. And then the color of the uteri, this is reddish gray. And then the structure of the uteri, there are 3 parts. Namely, the first is cuboidal epithelium. This is And then the second is cortex. And then the third is medulla. And then the function of the uteri, there are two. The first is reproduction function, and then the second is endocrine function. The reproductive function, namely, is a place to produce and ripen egg, and then the endocrine function, namely producing several hormones, including hormone estrogen and hormone progesterone. And then in the general function of the hormone is to maintain reproductive health and fertility.
Hello, my name is Lia Permatasari. Here, I will explain about the mammary glands in the female. Mammary glands in the female. Functionally, the mammary glands produce milk. The mammary gland is a gland located in the breast of female that is responsible for location or the production of milk. Mammary gland. Cross selection of the mammary gland. Number 1, choose wall. Number 2, pectoralis muscle. Number 3, labius. Number 4, navel. Number 5, areola. Number 6, milk duct. Number 7, fatty tissue. And number 8, skin and fragment. Mammary glands only produce milk after childbirth. During pregnancy, the hormone progesterone and prolactin are released. As a woman approaches menopause, the time when menstruation stops, the tissue of the ductal system becomes fibrous and degenerates. This causes involution or shrinkage of the mammary gland, and thereafter the gland loses the ability to produce milk. Thank you.